If your neck feels heavier by evening, if your low back nags after the grocery line, or if you shrink a little in photos, your posture may be aging your spine faster than your years. After 60 tiny alignment mistakes compound like interest each minute you look down at a phone round while washing dishes or stand with weight on one hip, quietly squeezes discs, irritates nerves, and shuts off the very muscles that protect you from falls. The good news, you're not broken, you're misaligned, and misalignment is fixable. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the 5 worst postures silently wrecking older spines, and the quick, gentle corrections that start working today. You won't need a gym fancy gear or long workouts. Just 2 minutes at a time sprinkled through your day to decompress the neck, unhunch the shoulders, reset the hips, and bring your natural curves back online. Stick with me by the end. You'll have a simple daily plan to stand taller, move easier, and protect your spine for the long term. I'm a health scientist and food-first educator who works closely with physical therapists to translate proven posture strategies into simple senior-friendly steps. This video is educational and not medical advice. Posture pain has many causes: arthritis, osteoporosis, nerve compression. So talk with your clinician, especially if you have numbness, new weakness, cancer history, steroid use, or recent falls. Move within a pain-free range. Stop if symptoms worsen. Keep water nearby. Wear supportive shoes and have a stable chair or counter for balance. Use the timestamps practice along and save this for daily 2-minute refreshers. Here's your plan. First, 3 quick self-checks so you can spot problems in under 2 minutes. Then we'll expose the 5 worst postures: tech neck, desk hunch, sway back, C-slump, and the one-sided lean, and show exactly why they overload your discs and joints. Next, I'll give you a pair and compare fix for each one mobility move to free the stiff area, plus 1 activation move to wake up the right muscles. We'll lock it in with daily habit tweaks and a 7-day starter plan. Stay to the end for my 20-second anywhere reset that instantly lifts your posture. Let's begin with 3 30-second self-checks you can do right now. First, the wall test. Stand with your heels 2 to 3 inches from a wall. Buttocks mid-back and head touch the wall. Slide 2 fingers behind your low back. More than 2 fingers of space often means a sway back. Less than 1 finger suggests a C-slump. Try a gentle chin tuck and a slight rib drop. Does that low back gap normalize? That's your body telling you alignment matters. Second, the chin to throat test. Sit tall. Without tilting your head up or down, glide your chin straight back as if making a light double chin. If you can't retract about half an inch without tension at the base of the skull, or if the collarbones pop forward, tech neck is likely part of your story. Third, the sit to stand alignment check. From a firm chair, cross your arms, feet under knees. Stand and sit 3 times. If your knees cave, your torso collapses, or you have to push off your thighs, you're compensating usually from weak glutes and core or a rounded back habit. Jot down your observations. We'll target your top issue first. Why does posture matter more after 60? Your spine's buffers are thinner and slower to recover. Discs naturally dry out and lose a bit of height, so even a small forward head or rounded upper back multiplies pressure on the neck and low back. Bone density trends down, which means repeated micro pinches from poor alignment can irritate joints and in some cases raise fracture risk with awkward twists. Sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle, weakens the deep core glutes and mid-back muscles that keep you upright, so the body cheats with tension in the neck, hip flexors, and lower back. Posture also affects systems you feel right away. A hunched chest limits, breathing drops energy, and can even nudge blood pressure up during strain. A forward head shifts your balance point, increasing fall risk. The fix isn't brute strength. It's precision, restore normal curves, retrain small stabilizers, and build micro-habits so your default alignment protects discs, nerves, and joints all day. Now the 5 worst postures. What they look like and why they strain the spine, followed by rapid corrections. Number 1, tech neck, also called forward head. You'll see the chin poking forward, ears sitting in front of shoulders, and a constant crane towards screens or a low-held phone. From the side, your neck forms a C that starts at the base of the skull. For every inch the head shifts forward, your neck muscles must support dramatically more load. The deep neck flexors underwork while upper traps levator scapulae, and those tiny suboccipitals clamp down. Pressure on cervical discs goes up. Facet joints get irritated sometimes, leading to headaches, shoulder tension, tingling in hands, or that heavy bowling ball head feeling by evening. Your visual field narrows, your center of mass drifts forward, and balance suffers. If you can't look straight ahead without your chin jutting, tech neck is stealing comfort and confidence. Number 2. Rounded shoulders and thoracic kyphosis, the desk hunch. Shoulder tips fall forward, mid-back rounds, chest collapses. Your palms may face behind you when standing relaxed, and shirts pull across the upper back. Excess rounding stiffens thoracic joints and ribs, limiting rotation and deep breathing. When the ribcage can't expand, you fatigue faster and compensate with neck breathing, tightening muscles that are already overworked. Shoulder blades sit protracted, so rotator cuff tendons can get pinched when reaching. A rigid upper back forces the low back to overextend just to keep you upright, loading the lumbar facets and sacroiliac joints. Over time, your brain accepts a smaller, slumped movement map, making you feel older and less capable than you truly are. Number 3. Anterior pelvic tilt, the sway back, belly out posture. The pelvis tips forward, belly and low ribs drift out, butt sticks back, and the low back arch exaggerates. In photos, your belt line slants downward in front. Hip flexors and low back extensors become short and overactive, while the deep core and glutes switch off. That puts shear on lumbar discs and jams facet joints, especially with prolonged standing or walking. The diaphragm and pelvic floor lose their stacked alignment, so breathing and pressure control suffer. You may notice back tightness after simple chores, achy hamstrings, or a tugging at the front of the hips. Because the pelvis is the keystone for the spine, even a mild forward tilt magnifies head-neck compensations up the chain and knee-ankle stress down the chain. Number 4. Posterior pelvic tilt, the C-slump sitting posture. You sit with your pelvis tucked under low back, flattened into a C-curve, shoulders rounded and chin forward. Many couches and soft chairs invite this collapse. Your lumbar curve is a natural shock absorber. Tucking the pelvis reverses it, pushing disc material backward and straining the ligaments that stabilize vertebrae. The diaphragm loses power in this folded position, so you breathe shallowly and feel drowsy or foggy after sitting. Hip extensors and deep spinal stabilizers go offline, so when you stand, your first steps are stiff or painful. Prolonged C-slump shortens hamstrings and tightens the posterior hip capsule, making upright posture harder later. Number 5. The one-sided lean or hip hitch, standing on one leg or carrying everything on one shoulder. You rest most weight on one leg, hip juts out, or a heavy bag pulls one shoulder down. In mirrors, one waistband edge sits higher. Shoes wear unevenly. This lateral pelvic tilt stresses the sacroiliac joint and shortens the quadratus lumborum on the hiked side while overstretching the opposite. Over time, the glute medius underactivates, so each step allows the pelvis to drop, a Trendelenburg pattern that feeds knee and ankle pain. The spine compensates with a subtle S-curve, loading facet joints asymmetrically and provoking side-specific low back pain or sciatica-like symptoms. Asymmetry also distorts balance reactions, increasing stumble risk. Let's fix each posture with microsets. A mobility move to free what's stiff, followed by an activation move to teach better alignment. Do 4 to 6 slow breaths for mobility, then 6 to 10 controlled activation reps. Pain-free range only. For tech neck, start with upper back mobility over a towel. Roll a small towel and place it across the upper thoracic spine while lying on your back. Support your head with your hands. Inhale and gently extend over the roll. Exhale and return. Take 4 to 6 breaths. Shift the roll slightly and repeat once. Then wake up the deep neck flexors with seated chin tucks. Sit tall with a finger on your chin. Glide the chin straight back, no nodding, like a light double chin. Hold 3 seconds, release for 8 to 10 reps. Posture cue, ears over shoulders, eyes level, and imagine a string lifting the crown. Use that cue every time you look at a screen. For rounded shoulders, open the chest in a doorway, pexy stretch. Elbows at shoulder height on the door frame, forearms vertical. Step 1 foot forward and lean until you feel a gentle front chest stretch. Keep ribs quiet and chin tucked. Breathe 4 to 6 slow breaths. Then set the shoulder blades, stand tall, arms at your sides. Without shrugging, slide the blades down and back as if tucking them into back pockets. Hold 3 seconds and release for 10 reps. Add a light band row if you have one. Posture cue: wide collarbones, soft ribs. During phone use or dishwashing, keep elbows closer to your torso to avoid rounding. For anterior pelvic tilt, release the hip flexors and activate glutes. Half-kneeling hip flexors: stretch one knee down on a cushion, the other foot forward. Tuck the tail slightly, think zipper to ribs, and shift the pelvis forward until you feel the stretch in front of the down knee hip. Breathe 4 to 6 times and switch. Then do glute bridges with a rib stack. On your back with knees bent and feet. Hip width exhale to gently draw ribs toward pelvis. Press through heels and squeeze glutes to lift hips until torso and thighs form a line. Hold 2 seconds lower, 8 to 12 reps. Posture cue: keep your belt level. Avoid low ribs flaring forward when standing. Imagine your pelvis as a bowl of water, don't spill it forward. For the posterior pelvic tilt and C-slump, restore thoracic extension and relearn the hip hinge. Sit near the front edge of a firm chair with hands behind your head and elbows slightly forward. Inhale and lift your chest upward, not backward, creating length through the mid-back while keeping the chin gently tucked. Take 5 slow breaths, then practice the hip hinge to stand. Place hands on hip creases. From standing, push hips back with soft knees while keeping a neutral spine, then drive through heels and squeeze glutes to stand tall. 8 to 10 reps. Posture. Cue chest, proud ribs quiet. When sitting, keep sit bones pointing down and place a small rolled towel at the low back curve. For the one-sided lean, wake up the lateral hip and retrain symmetry. Start with a seated figure 4 stretch. Sit tall cross, one ankle over the opposite knee, and hinge forward slightly until you feel a hip stretch, not knee pain. Breathe 4 to 6 times per side. Then do side-lying clamshells on your side with knees bent and heels together. Keep hips stacked. Open the top knee without rolling the pelvis. Pause 2 seconds and lower. 10 to 12 reps per side. Add a light suitcase carry, hold a small grocery bag in one hand, and walk 20 to 30 steps without leaning. Switch hands. Posture cue: split loads and alternate sides for purses or bags. When standing, center your weight over both feet. Lock your gains in with daily habits. Sit so hips are slightly higher than knees. Place a rolled towel at your low back curve and scoot close to your work so you're not reaching. Bring screens up to eye level with elbows at your sides. If you read on the couch, put a pillow under the forearms. Every 30 to 45 minutes, take a 90-second move break. 5 chin tucks, 5 scap sets, 5 mini hip hinges. When standing for chores like dishes or ironing, rest one foot on a low step and switch sides to unload the low back. During walks, think tall crown, quiet ribs push the ground backward. Short, frequent walks beat one long slog. Split groceries between hands and alternate shoulders for purses. A crossbody strap is often kinder. For sleep back sleepers, use a low pillow under the head and a small towel under the neck. Side sleepers, use a neck-level pillow and a small pillow between the knees. Supportive shoes with good tread reduce compensations and fall risk. Here's a 7-day starter plan and a simple tracking system. Budget 2 minutes twice a day, morning and evening. Choose one microset that matches your top posture from the self-checks. Options: chin tucks for 8 to 10 reps, plus 5 thoracic lift breaths. Doorway pec stretch for 4 to 6 breaths, plus 10 scap sets. Half-kneeling hip flexor stretch for 4 to 6 breaths, each side, plus 8 to 12 glute bridges. Seated thoracic extension for 5 breaths, plus 8 to 10 hip hinges. Clamshells for 10 to 12 per side, plus a light suitcase carry for 20 to 30 steps per side. On your daily checklist, mark posture, microset AM and PM. At least 3 90-second move breaks, at least 10 minutes of walking loads, carried split evenly, and sleep pillow setup. When you hit 5 out of 7 days with all boxes checked, progress by adding 1 extra set or extending each stretch by 1 to 2 breaths. A quick safety note: stop and consult a clinician, PT, OT, or MD. If you notice new numbness or tingling spreading into an arm or leg, increasing weakness or foot drop pain that wakes you at night or doesn't change with position, unexplained weight loss, fever, a history of cancer with new spine pain, steroid use with sudden back pain, or any loss of bladder or bowel control. If you've had a recent fall, osteoporosis, or spinal surgery, get personalized guidance before starting. Gentle posture drills should soothe, not spike your symptoms. Let's wrap up. Your posture isn't a life sentence, it's a daily choice. Today you learned the 5 worst postures, quick self-checks to spot them, and 2-minute microsets to reverse them, plus simple habits that lock your improvements in. Save this video and practice along tomorrow. Comment the word align to join our 7-day posture challenge and share this with a friend who always stands on one hip. Subscribe so you don't miss next week's lesson. A 20-second anywhere reset you can do in a grocery line that instantly lifts your posture and eases your neck. Stand tall, you've got this.